thing, so I can switch ready back to that.
You want to hear that right now?
Not
say you're ready.
Have it queued up as I'm talking. So I'm going to switch to streaming. It's easy for me between talking and presenting to select taxis streaming. But welcome. Yeah, this is exciting time launching. Well, not just launching a new speaker, but launching a new speaker for a new company. Thanks to Jamie and Bill out there. I still work for MoFi. It's a really cool, it's like day release from prisoners, something like that. So I get to work for, continue working for MoFi, and I've got some new designs in process that will be coming out towards the end of the year and the beginning of next year. And prototype drivers I've already got developed. At the same time,
Yes.
I get to do my own thing. And it's MoFi are perfectly happy with this. I mean, what they like, and one of the reasons I want to work with them, they want to see what I can create. And it's possible you get locked into certain ways or certain product categories. Like with ELAC, it was all the affordable speakers, which I spent a lifetime doing affordable speakers, but I also do very high-end speakers like TAD. But certain companies like ELAC, there's ELAC Germany that did the high-end, and there's ELAC USA that did the affordable. How did I step out of that? I literally did step out of the company, not through ill will or anything, but just I got an opportunity to work for MoFi. And so I like to be able to express ideas I got and find some ways to realise them. And so when Jamie and I met, Jamie's in the music biz. He works for Peer Music, which is one of the biggest music publishing. It's actually the president of the North American division. And MoFi have been talking with him because they're getting licenses for doing records. And we've got the pressing plant there, our own pressing plant out near Oxnard. So Jamie and I bumped into each other at that launch event, the press launch, and we just hit it off. Both interested in hi-fi since kids, same kind of ideas, and so got this crazy idea, could I do something outside of MoFi? And the answer was yes. So what is it? Well, we're still interested in high-efficiency speakers and partnered with tube amps maybe, and pick up on some of the things that we did in the old days and make them newer and more relevant, and that's what led to this. And one of those factors is field coils. Explore what a field coil can do, but try and do it in a slightly different way. And
Bring some shop.
I don't know. Oh, we put it on the edit. Ended up with this massive field coil, weighs 37 pounds. I just carried it from Schomburg. with Joe's help. Thank you. He's our attorney. I dread to think what that cost us. So this is what it is. How do you get high efficiency all the way down into the bass without relying on a corner horn loaded thing that still doesn't go down very low? And the answer is obviously big cabinets. But you need big drivers. You can't make a highly efficient speaker with an 8-inch driver or a 10-inch. You can't literally get 96 dB out and bass out of a box this size with a 10-inch driver. Just physics against it. And so that's what led to this. And because I always like concentric drivers, that was a given. But how would I do a field coil concentric? How do you drive the flux across all both magnet gaps and stuff? And the answer was, I did a concentric field coil. I wound the field coil for the tweeter on the inside, and then around that, wound the field coil for the mid-range. Put it all in the seal. So that's what I worked on. It's taken a long time to kind of develop that, but that's always, this is let me place it now.
So I'm assuming you have to shield those two field coils out of your surf car.
Yeah, so when you think of an old Alnico magnet.
Yes.
It's the center pole is the magnet. Right. And then you've got a pot structure around that to bring the flux, complete the path across the gap. Now make that center pole steel, and the gap you got between that and the return path, you fill that with copper. So that's the tweeter. Then around that return path, you wind an even bigger coil, which is the mid-range magnet, and then you put the pot around that. And let me just bring it in just a bit. Fine. This is right. Yeah. Can you pull that off? This. That I won't pass it round, but that is the field coil driver.
Wow, with the guy.
Yeah. I was laying in bed one night, having been doing all these calculations and thinking, I wonder what this weighs. So I did a calculation in my head. The density of copper is 8.9, density of steel is nearly 8, winding efficiency of 90%. That means the density is the same. So I can just calculate the density of a slug of steel, 6-inch diameter, 6-inch deep. I'm lying with, that's got to be over 30 pounds. And it is, it's 35, 37 pounds. But that's what it takes to get one.
So that's not supported just by the baffles.
No.
There's a structural feature inside.
And it's not going to last long. Yeah, it's machine screws underneath this cover plate. It's machine screws going in. But then, because of the size of the magnet and the size of the cabinet internally I need for the mid-range section, I cut a hole in the back of that, and the magnet pokes through, so the heat can escape. Because there's 50 watts continuously going of DC power going into the coil.
Actually, there's another support system that supports.
So inside there's basically a pipe clamp that's clamped around it and then screwed. Well, will be. I trusted I could get it here without doing that, but that's the in the final thing it will have those clamps there to support directly the magnet structure and still screw it up the front. The things you have to think about when it's not just how does it sound, it's will it still sound when you get it to like a snap.